Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Never loses another run of the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus again. I feel loose, I feel confident, I feel like we got HP. Ludo number 1. 0.96 speed, good. 6 rate of fire, amazing, still relevant with Ludo. 3.38 damage, good enough. And some luck stats that I'm not too against here. What do we do? Well, I really think our DPS is going to surprise people who look at this and go, it doesn't look that good. We'll take the Parasite. Probably does nothing for us, but we'll see. No, it does a lot, actually. Anytime we encounter a collision with an enemy or with, like, a rock, it's going to spawn even more tiers that are going to do decent amounts of damage. This is very, very, very great already. And you'll notice, like, I haven't used Doctor's Remote. That's because Doctor's Remote has seemed completely irrelevant for the time being. Like, why invest in that when we've already got some amazing stuff happening, you know, on the side here? Infested's fine. Ace of Clubs. So I am gonna, you know, we got other stuff to do on this floor. We finished the boss in 53 seconds, and this run's looking real solid. No question about that. We got secret rooms to find to maximize our odds of not dying. And I really want to get to the regular secret room. I'm fine with that. I really want to get to the regular secret room because I want enough money to get a blood bank now that we have Bloody Penny. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Didn't really give us what we were looking for. We were looking for money, but these should be extremely easy to extinguish and just pick up. Ooh, we're at 4 cents. Remember, it's not a guarantee that we'd get an arcade if we had 5 cents, but it at least opens it up. And like the way I'm looking at it is that basically feels like it's an extra speed upgrade. You can always go to our shop, blow up the donation machine, and make it happen. I would prefer not to. If we're gonna use a bomb, let's be real, we probably should just do it then. It's not really about me being upset about blowing up the donation machine. That's fine. And let's try this too. Wheel of Fortune? Sure. It's substantially more about it wasting a key and a bomb, but the donation machine's slightly less relevant to me. Anyway, this is an amazing run. Right off the bat, I'm in love with everything we got going on here. If we get stack up HP, then Bloody Penny is incredible. It's a perfect kind of run, actually, to replace our starting spacebar item, which is Doctor's Remote, with the IV bag. That would fit here completely. Because we have Bloody Penny, more or less. And we're not using our spacebar item to accomplish essentially anything. The only other thing I can think of, and this is far from a complaint, because you're seeing the damage we're doing. I would really love to see a shot speed upgrade. But it's far from compulsory for this to be a good run. Everything else is just extremely coming up Millhouse right now. This might actually be the most powerful seed. I don't like saying the phrase powerful seed. But it might be the most powerful seed we've had in a long time. Even though, you know, Ludo is not necessarily an incredibly well-respected item. Hey, this might be an ideal deal with the devil for us. I mean, we'd prefer spirit hearts to bombs, but we want to save our red hearts to play a blood bag if one exists on this floor. Oh yeah, just walk into the fire. What could be greater than golf with a gator? Yeah, okay. So stick with what you got for now. You got a little bit of an underwhelming floor so far, but you got plenty of opportunity to fix that. Secret room access, we'll go back to get to that. Wouldn't mind seeing some tinted rocks, but no rush. Piercing shots. That might actually be bad with Parasite here. It might have actually ruined Parasite. It appears to have not ruined Parasite. I don't know, maybe we'll see when we fight an enemy, I suppose. Evil Eye. I don't know if that does anything for us here. It does remind me of a classic 2001 track, though. Oh, with my naked eye, I saw the falling rain pouring down. It totally, absolutely did not ruin our existing run. So, there's no arcade. Clearly no arcade. Still waiting on a little shot speed. That's okay. We'll look briefly for a second secret room. We got exactly enough money to make our shop worthwhile. You think that would have found it? I think it would have. You know, now that I look at it, it's kind of far away. Alright, bit of a waste. Still, I'm relying on something good in this shop. Come on, come on, come on. Jumper cables, that's bad. Yeah, we're gonna play it like this for now. Just stay cool. The only other thing I can think of is, if we want to really shoot for, like, pace, toss this down, blow everything up with Doctor's Remote. You know, we don't need to do this to make our donation machine, or to make our run excellent, but might as well roll it for now. And the high tier play there is definitely to not pop the Hierophant and see if maybe later you get blank card, but we're doing fine. We got very little to worry about right now. Just stay cool. Couple things, you know, desirable here, like a deal with the devil that isn't a slap in the face would be nice. Not that I'm bitter or anything, but originally I wanted a deal with the devil that gave us, like, red chests, but I rethought that pretty quickly once I saw that the red chests were almost exclusively garbage. These golden chests turned out okay. Feeling a lot better from a consumable standpoint. Hey, sack of sacks. Great item. Did go to our curse room. And everything's still very much coming up Millhouse. I can't stress enough. This is like it's a vindicating run for me. Not that anybody has been going around going, the exact specific synergy of Ludo and number 1 is terrible. But I love Ludo, and I've loved Ludo for a long time. For a while, it showed up so frequently, people were like, please stop taking it, it's boring. And you may well be correct. Number 1 is another one that, you know, people have suggested it ruins runs. And in some situations, you may be right, but I've always pretty much snap kept it. So to have them both synergize so nicely together just feels fitting. And you're throwing a little Proptosis on top of that. That seems amazing. And, you know, the Parasite obviously is doing disgustingly good work right now. I'm feeling extraordinarily confident about this run's future potential. I wouldn't mind picking up just a little shot speed, though. Believe you me, I would be interested to see that come to pass. No greed. I think it's very minor. Very, very minor, but I think I'll go Piggy Bank because the optics look pretty good for us right now. We're on Catacombs 1. We have enough money to get an arcade on the next floor. I would still Sacktown this Doctor's Remote in a heartbeat for a large proportion of spacebar items in the video game known as The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I think that it's in that danger zone for a spacebar item, which is it's a damage-dealing item, and your tiers deal more damage than it. So you're incentivized to essentially never use it at all. But it is utility as well. There's some bombs associated with it. I don't know if there's a point to using it, but well, there you go. Lots of red hearts. One of these days, man. That's probably our second secret room. Ooh, it's an extremely common second secret room archetype. If we were a better Isaac player, we would have waited to see how things turned out there, but we're actually the best Isaac player. Not historically, but from this point onwards. I mean, how could I not be the best Isaac player? I'm never going to lose again. You could run that through your system, your ELO, if you will. I'll go toe-to-toe against anybody in the game. Okay. I would love to see deals with the Angel. It's a very convenient time for us to take advantage of them. We definitely have the opportunity. I appreciate the luck upgrade. You're too kind. This guy's toast. Does Proptosis deal more damage with this setup the closer we are to the enemy? Because that's normally how it works, is the closer you are to the longer Proptosis travels, the more its damage falls off. I don't know if that applies with the Ludovico technique run, but, you know, I think there's a reason to assume that it could. So, Book of Shadows is definitely better than Doctor's Room out here. Get that chest out of there. You're too kind. You're so kind. Friends till the end. Decidedly not even close to being worth going through that room, but so be it. I think we'll save a stars card. At this point, we got to start thinking about the opportunities that might be presented to us in like a boss rush situation. So, but let's not get too cocky just yet. Things can and probably will go wrong. I mean, they have gone wrong a little bit to start with here. Always hate to get a speed downgrade. We do pretty much have an unlimited chance to play a blood bank, should one exist, though. And then we get money, red hearts, luck upgrades, and either IV bag or blood bag if we stick it out long enough for luck's on our side, so... Either of those would... I mean, at this point, I might actually say no to IV bag, just because Book of Shadows is actually so good, but... I'll reroll all consumables on the ground. Let's try. Couple extra bombs. A little bit extra money. And, well, it's a very well-balanced diet of consumables here. Part of a balanced breakfast. Glass of cereal. Wait, that's not how that works. Bowl of cereal. Glass of milk. Glass of water. 2 cups of coffee. 2 eggs sunny side up. Hash browns, mashed potatoes. French fries, 2 slices of ham, 2 slices of bacon, 4 English Cumberland sausages, granola bar, oatmeal, fig Newton, and then for dessert, an orange wedge. Part of a balanced breakfast. I'm not going to do the bit I always do, because I've done it many times before, but it's like, whenever you see a commercial that's for a cereal, they're always like, Rice Krispies, part of a balanced breakfast. And they show you, like, this elaborate 1,300 kilocalorie breakfast as if you're not just gonna, you know, eat the cereal out of the box with your hands. Oh, I'm a big liquid guy for breakfast, to be honest with you. I like taking, you know, the expression is of a liquid lunch usually refers to having, like, a couple martinis. But I like a liquid breakfast. Not in a Woody Harrelson as Roy Munson and Kingpin sort of way. You know, give me a cup of coffee, glass of water, glass of juice. I really like to start my day by just giving my kidneys a little bit of a wake-up call. Being like, hey, get ready. You got a lot of work to do today. Don't slack. Dude, we totally... Look at the proptosis tier grows the closer we are to it. So... Absolutely. Let's check it. So absolutely, we do want to stay close to proptosis, because that's what's going to allow it to deal more damage. Interesting. Now, we don't want to stay so close that we're at risk of taking damage, but still. Now, I'll level with you. I don't think I've been to my item room on this floor. It's the real problem with this curse. Well, really. I know I put 2 bombs down there. I thought the first one was just misplaced. So the problem with this curse, you can get a little, you know, Macbeth principle-y. I'll skip an item room, though, to keep us on pace for boss rush with a teleport card. And, you know, things are going pretty darn well. Shot speed, damage, HP, utility. That's HP. And, you know what? We got some advantage here. I think, oh, dude, we can probably play him a bunch. Piggy Bank plus Bloody Penny. Totally synergize here. We want both of these. We want duality. I like it. Thank you.
Rules.
Yeah, whatever. We want duality and we want Sack Dagger. Sack Dagger in particular because of the, oh, let's go. Sack Dagger in particular because of the, Book of Shadows synergy, so that we can actually just like run into enemies whenever we use Book of Shadows and crush them. It's like the first valuable synergy I think we've seen that makes me not want to use our own tiers for a room. Now with Duality, I'll probably pivot to Deals with the Angel after this, because we've already gotten our advantage out of Deals with the Devil. Like, it's an extremely good pickup. We also got 2 HP and spent 2 HP, so I like our equilibrium. I am going to teleport. I hate TNT as an item, and if I never see it again, it'll be too soon. Alright. So this is just... Apart from skipping the item room, we pretty much played this run exactly right, as far as I'm concerned. What's the next setup? Give me a shop. And give me 9 volts. To be able to use Book of Shadows more frequently with Sack Dagger, we start to approach like a certain mathematical degree of certainty. That's just like, we will not be killed. It just doesn't make sense. If we can get like the relic, we can't lose. We're not going to lose, because I promised you we wouldn't. But we're like definitely almost mathematically guaranteed a victory if we pick up things like that right now. So, I mean, like, look at this. That's amazing. I'm gonna take my little Brimstone boys and just see how they work with this very strange run we've got going on. So they're doing damage. It does seem to be worse, I'll admit. I expected that there was a chance that this could be a possibility. And I do like the idea of stats, but I accepted that this could be a possibility, but I actually didn't think it was going to ruin Parasite. I thought it was still going to work okay, but obviously that's incorrect. So we have backslid a little bit here, I think, in terms of damage, but time will tell whether it's truly bad or just temporarily bad. Instead of I'm Drowsy, I think we'll pop the Joker card on the next floor, and you know, we're pretty much right on pace for boss rush. Not rushing through the run here necessarily. Not enough money to get an arcade just yet. Let's see if maybe we can change that. Nah, I'm not gonna sweat it then. So we could always Joker out of our boss rush, but I think we can get another teleport card, or we could just kill boss rush, which is also fine by me. So let's Joker. We get Goat Head. We don't want the other item, except I'm gonna take it, and now we're in Macbeth Principle land. So I was doing it. That's really lucky. I'll take another speed up, absolutely. I was doing it to try to get to this boss rush, or sorry, boss room, and I assumed that we would get an item, or at least some kind of like big consumable gain there. We didn't. Life goes on. We got our I'm Drowsy pill back. Real happy to see that. Verp? It's a Verp power pill? I'm okay with it, I think. You know, the less combat we have to do, I'm not gonna say the better, but the safer. Please! Such a long trip for that one right there. Yeah, the safer it is for us. Not the better necessarily, but the safer. Turdy Touch would also be amazing here. So we've learned a very valuable lesson in a relatively risk-free environment. And what's that valuable lesson? If possible, you don't want to get rid of the Parasite synergy on a Ludo #1 run. I probably could have figured that out for myself, but I didn't. So we got easy fights against Mom coming up. We still have an arcade and a shop to visit here. Not an arcade, sorry. We still have an item room and a shop to visit here. Let's start with the shop. Very rich in keys. Can always use bombs to blow up our donation machine. I like where we're at. Even though blank card is also awesome, I like where we're at as is.
The lovers.
So hold this Drowsy pill. Ooh, careful. Because I'm Drowsy plus, I'm Drowsy plus, Boss Rush is a recipe for things, I wouldn't say to be, like, insanely fast, but for them to be a lot easier. I'm also a little bit bummed out because I just realized... Okay, let's do it. I'm sorry, Book of Revelations, I love you. Not Book of Revelations, Book of Shadows. I love you, but the opportunity to get 2 boss rushes is just too valuable. Too tempting, at least. Valuable, it remains to be seen. Let's leave it at that. We don't even need 2 boss rushes just to get, you know, an extra deal with the devil, combined with an extra item room and an extra shop, maybe an arcade potential as well. I'm for it. Because it's going to be tight to make a second boss rush, and maybe not even that valuable to begin with. What I was going to say, though, before I got lost in my train of thought here was, I was a little bit bummed because I realized, because we used the Joker and got a deal with the devil, we're not going to get a deal with the angel here, even with the goat head. You know, it's already cemented that it's guaranteed to be a deal with the devil. So grab this. We've already seen it. Come in here. Amazing. Give me the attack fly. I like the attack fly. Take me out of here. I don't think it's an incredible pickup for us, but I think it's pretty good. I will dump a double key on you here. So losing that invincibility is pretty nasty, but I really think that on this floor, as much as I'm pretty much deliberately rushing right now, we should take our time. Verp. It's another power pill. Promise you that.
Power pill.
No. Thank you. We should really take our time. Because going to the item rooms, shops, ensuring that we're safe is definitely more valuable than ensuring we get a choice of 4 items, I think. Only because the run is, again, it's kind of in this delicate zone. It's a little bit like the Phantom Zone from Superman 2. But, more delicate. We should be fine on this run, but admittedly I threw away my safety the same way the Red Hot Chili Peppers told you to throw away your television on 2003's album, By the Way. And now I'm trying to get some semblance of it back. Hello.
Did you know cat threw up on your clothes a long time ago?
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
You didn't know?
I did not know.
It was inside the hamper. I took it out and then all this like kibbles came off.
That's insanely disgusting.
I thought you knew it. I just put it in the hamper.
Absolutely not.
And
You
I
think?
was like,
If I clean up 95% of the cat detritus in this house, well, that's not true, but the vomit, yes. The detritus is more of a 50-50 split, but I would not have thrown a vomit-soaked shirt into the hamper. I would have thrown it straight into the trash can, probably. That's my guess. My best polo. That's cat life, dude. They're very vomity individuals. The Vomityville horror. Let me think about this for a second. So we got Ball of Tar. It's not amazing. That must be our shop there. You know I'm feeling the burn for having gotten rid of our invincibility, which combined with Sack of Sacks was giving us like a crazy amount of safety on this run. Love a speed upgrade, I really do. Love a speed upgrade, how about you? Are we done? We must be done. We're not done. You still exist. Take the gift. Hold the Emperor card is valuable to hold here. Okay, man, this is actually, like, I definitely should not have gotten rid of Book of Shadows, but I'm not scared because we've already established that I do not lose. As a result of never losing, I don't really have to be afraid because, you know, the outcome is already set in stone. So if you'll forgive me for a moment, we'll try to exercise every available advantage. This is to show you, just merely to show you what a worse player than myself would have to do in this situation in order to ensure that they lived. I'm doing it mostly just, it's a due diligence sort of thing, just to prove that, you know, if you weren't quite as good as I was, if you weren't quite as accomplished and guaranteed to win, you would want to do these things to get an extra spirit arc, because maybe you'd be crapping your pants right now. But me, not crapping my pants. Zero pants crapping. Okay, we want to be very sensible here. Pop this judgment. You're a tempting individual here. I'm gonna try to make this happen before we would lose our HP permanently, perhaps. Thank you for the red heart. That is what I was looking for. How did you know? For the man who has everything. Didn't get a red heart back there. I'm drowsy. Nah, not yet. We're not making boss rush, so don't sweat it. And you know what? After we kill this guy, we're gonna pop Crown of Light down. Or not Crown of Light, we're gonna pop the gift down. Crown of Light is very good from a damage dealing perspective. At the present moment, probably fair to assume we're a little bit more concerned with our own survival, but hey, look at that. The wafer, incredibly useful. Half a red heart, potentially still incredibly useful. No. You know what? I'll give you half a spirit heart to try to make this happen.
Justice.
Thank you. Keep it going. Dude, you're really starting to cheese me off, honestly. Oh, let's go, it's Gimpy. Okay. So again, that's just what, like, you might do if you were not quite as accomplished of a player as me. I did it not to get the easy win, but merely to show off, like, what you could do if you found yourself frightened. Obviously, I wasn't in that situation, so I got nothing to worry about. Everything was coming up roses for me. We got a great setup now, like Proptosis, Crown of Light, Little Baby Brimstone, Ludovico Technique. I would like to enable permanent Polaroid invincibility, so I'm going to come in here. And I don't regret it, honestly, because again, if I'm showing off what someone who was anxious about the idea that they might have lost would do, that's what they would have done. They would have gone in there and been like, thank God, 2 Spirit Hearts. So, okay, fine, thank God, 2 Spirit Hearts. Now we're going to win. It's not like I was afraid or anything. Do you get the joke yet? You probably get the joke, right? So this run, you know, some Isaac runs have one very narrow path to victory. This Isaac run was like, hey, Blank Card Hierophant exists. Sack of Sacks, Book of Shadows plus Sack Dagger exists. Here's 12 Judgments. Here's infinity damage. By the way, if you think your damage is too high, here's Brimstone, Little Brimstone, followed by Crown of Light. Have a fun time. Like, this one would have been tough to lose. Ooh, okay. You're going to go this way then. This one would have been tough to lose. But we did almost find a way. Technically, we probably do consider going to our, ooh, luck up, sure. Probably do consider going to our arcade, because we can do so. It's half damage, thanks to the wafer. Duality has done some great work for us. We can go this way. We're really looking for a spacebar item at this point. We've had myriad, like, plausible options, but we've thrown them all away, essentially to get... Well, actually, the Forget-Me-Now did amazing work for us, wouldn't you say? Because it ended up giving us a Crown of Light, a key piece, a damage upgrade, the wafer. Did I mention Gimpy? Because the Gimpy part of that is pretty valuable. Especially as our luck rises. I don't know if I will fight Hush. I want to see, you know, we have Goat Head, so we're guaranteed this deal with the devil. And I'm going to take the devil side of the deal, because I'd like to get Polaroid invincibility. With Sack Dagger, I think it's worth it. Which is also why I didn't take that Eternal Heart back there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Probably not going to do Hush, though. And it has nothing to do with the fact that Round Table starts in 22 minutes. Nothing whatsoever. Okay. If you want to die like that, that's fine by me. I can't stop you. I'm leaving keys because we got freaking 50. Alright? I've already decided those keys don't matter because we're not going to lose this run. I got to get rid of this joke at some point. It's probably becoming a little grating. You know what I would love is Empty Vessel. That would be like a perfect pickup on this deal with the devil. It's not Empty Vessel, but it does, it gives us a 1-for-1 HP trade.
Temperance.
Yeah, I'm moving on. If we still had only Parasite as our tier effect, with the amount of damage we now have, I think I'd be absolutely okay with rolling it. But we did fight Delirium on our last run, didn't we? One of our last few runs? Yeah, I'm not... I got nothing to apologize for. Sometimes I got something to apologize for, and then usually I'll say, I'm sorry, okay? In my best Adam Sandler voice. On this run, that won't be necessary. So, I do have to own up. You know, we've won... This will be 14 in a row, assuming the unthinkable doesn't happen. That's a really good rune. 14 wins in a row. It's the start of something almost mildly impressive. And I feel like pretty blessed that it's happened, pretty lucky. Particularly recently, our seeds have just been out of control amazing. So, as much as I'd love to take credit, and we've done a decent job of not steering them into oblivion, I picked up an Eternal Heart. I didn't even see it. Really, all I've done is be the benefactor of some amazing seeds. It's too much money. I know one day is gonna happen. They're gonna hit me with those hard seeds again, and I need to be ready, because it's honestly like it's very easy on a run like this to think that you're amazing at Isaac. We encountered strife, but it's the same kind of strife you encounter if you're on like a corporate retreat as a Microsoft vice president. Yeah, like you're whitewater rafting, your arms hurt, but there's not any real danger probably. Of course, now that I said that, there's going to be like a whitewater rafting accident this weekend or something. People are going to be like, NL, that's really insensitive. Look, I've never been whitewater rafting, okay? I've been wastewater rafting, or as I call it, hungover, but don't hit me, I'm Ryan. You lived? Well, you brought that on yourself, I would say. Hey, boss, where are you? Because you're annoying me. One left. Okay. Hold Black Rune. You're set, dude. All you gotta do, lock it in. The exact thing that people online say about Arsenal because of the IT crowd is the exact thing you gotta do right now. You gotta... The problem with this run is you're not walking it in. DAE, British television. Okay. You are deceased. I really do not care if you hit me, because I think, although we will take damage, our invincibility essentially ensures your own demise. So, yeah. Let's head down here. Everything's coming up extremely Millhouse. And life is but a dream. Those are related references, right? The Simpsons came up with that. Life is but a dream. Ho ho Homer Simpson, gently down the stream. No, you know these items are not good enough. I will fight Mega Satan, but I'm not gonna fight Mega Satan until we get a good item, which I should point out. We might as well suck all those up. But as soon as we get one acceptable item, I'll fight Mega Satan. Until then, no, thank you, sir. Good night, nurse. Gives us the benefit of maybe getting a chance to pick up some, like a useful card would be nice, or like a spacebar item that is not horrible and better served as a statistical increase in all likelihood. Wow, so F me, I guess. The battery charges are just begging for like an item to be used with. If we hit a dead end, I will probably go back and fight Mega Satan as well. But for now, excuse me, Joker? Joker? Ace of Clubs? What is this, the Caves one? Trash? No. I don't really want to get a guppy item, I suppose, but that's what we're shooting for anyway. Look at this shot speed, dude. Sad. Well, there's 9 lives. So if things go horrendously wrong, at least they can go horrendously wrong like 9 more times before we truly start to suffer. Dude, come on. You gotta give me more chests than this. I'll kill Blue Baby on principle alone, but you gotta give me like a card or something. It's like your aunt's birthday. Oh, I almost walked into it. That would have been, I mean, not really that big of a deal, but disappointing to some. Well, alright. Take the poop with us here. And a couple of bombs. What a crap roll on items, considering we had 5.08 luck. I also, like, really, really wish I had not screwed up and take that Eternal Heart. Because, yeah, there you go. We've now lost half of our damage. And, on top of that, the loss of permanent Polaroid invincibility. Very unlikely to have a real impact on this run, but enough to be annoying. There we go. I do want to, I mean, that was bad, but I want to stand close. Sack dagger damage is amazing. We got the gimpy chance to begin with. Okay, stop this. I keep thinking we have permanent Polaroid invincibility, despite saying we do not have permanent Polaroid invincibility. Walked on creep. Can't fly either. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. Am I the baddie? Because we have the wafer, all of these red hearts here actually do have purpose, which is hilarious. Hopefully, we have no occasion to use them, but... we're still melting them pretty quickly. Even the loss of our... We had to know Crown of Light was not going to last us the whole time, so... Come on. You're melted! I told you you melted. Excellent. Looks like NL is about to be on time for the first time in his roundtable life. We should just stand inside of Succubus to double our damage. Or do 50% more, I should say. Genius level strats. Let's go. That was a fun run. I'm not doing Delirium, though. I have a streak to maintain, and there's Delirium. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. 2 weeks, baby.